Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, May 5th, 2025. So, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
Excellent. And what did you think of said crossword?
I thought the theme was kind of funny. When I got to the revealer, I'm like, how in the world are these things going to mesh together?
Yes.
And then I got the revealer and I had to smile.
Ah, well, good.
Yes.
A good crossword will make you do that.
That's right. That's right. The theme included 3 themed answers, and they were at 17 across time machine, 28 across dentist chair, and 45 across credit history. And the revealer was 59 across. I've known them forever, or what the theme clues can collectively claim, and that is, we go way back. They certainly do go way back, especially the credit history.
Yes. I was going to say, as a person who spent more time in a dentist chair than I'd like to admit, I can verify that those go way back as well. Yeah, it was a cute theme. It was the third crossword by Eric Rolfing.
Very good.
And all of his crosswords have been Mondays, so he seems to be a Monday specialist. I thought it was a good crossword.
Yeah.
I didn't have too much trouble. Were you able to go through this and do it all through the crosses?
No, this one had a few challenges in it that I did not know.
Did you know 21 across? That being Chicago Airport, named for a World War II ace?
Yes.
O'Hare?
O'Hare. I did know that.
I think I knew that too by just wandering around some display at O'Hare.
Yes, I think there is a display commemorating the O'Hare it is named after.
Bet they wouldn't recognize it now.
Right.
And of course, 17 across, the DeLorean in Back to the Future, e.g., that was the time machine.
Right.
I always get sentimental when I think about DeLoreans and Back to the Future.
That was a great movie.
Yes, and a great musical.
Yes, it was.
For those of you who happen to be listening to this or planning to go to London, definitely check out Back to the Future, the musical. Highly recommended.
Actually, it's coming to Northeast Wisconsin later this year.
The original from London?
That's no, right. I don't
think
know.
They could afford
probably the American traveling cast. But yeah, I believe they are going to be doing that right in our backyard here.
Well, we'll have to have one of those 11 down, companion who might wear a corsage or boutonniere, prom date.
Ooh.
This wouldn't be quite a prom date.
Yes.
But it would be a date.
But it is a great musical.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We had 34 down as easy as blank. I went for as easy as pie, proving that it wasn't because the answer was ABC.
ABC, yes.
I knew I had a problem because 34 across purple superfood was a K.
Okay, yes.
However that's pronounced. And I had PCAI, and I thought, I don't think that's a food.
No, not quite.
Progressive Conservative Artificial Intelligence. I'm not sure exactly what that stands for. How about 49 across? Blank de Lempicka, Art Deco painter, TAMARA.
Yes, I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
No.
They didn't cover that in art history class?
No, that name just is not familiar at all with Art Deco.
We're going to have to go find some Tamara de Lempicka pictures and admire them, because I'm sure they're worth admiring.
Yep.
48 across, I loved. 48 across 48 down was manufacturer of pianos and motorcycles, Yamaha.
Right.
I just think that's so brilliant of them to pick things like, well, if the piano market dies, we'll always have the motorcycles. And if the motorcycle dies, we're always going to have pianos because they're not going to go down at the same time.
Probably not.
Diversification.
Yes.
That bedrock of good business planning.
Yes. I liked 3 down. 3 down being numbskull. And it was Nimrod. That's not a word you hear too often to describe someone who's maybe not very bright. You Nimrod, you.
Yeah, numbskull sounds more likely.
What a Nimrod.
We had 60 down, boo blank, triumphant shout, Boo-YAH.
Boo-YAH.
Do you ever say Boo-YAH to anyone?
No.
Okay.
I'm not really quite sure of the definition of that.
It's triumph and shout.
Yeah, that's what it says. But I mean, when would you use that? What kind of triumph would you use?
Well,
Boo-YAH.
say
Like, we won the war. Boo-YAH.
No.
So
You caught a football pass,
that would be a boo-YAH.
especially if you were like in the stands when you did it. That would be especially surprising. Yeah, and, anything that goes well in your favor, you can just say Boo-YAH after it has happened.
Boo-YAH.
It's probably a bit of slang that we wouldn't want to use because it'll turn out that by the time we work it at a casual conversation, it'll turn out to be now an insult.
Right,
The
yeah,
language changes so quickly. How dare you say that to me? It's just like
offensive or something.
that's right. That's the danger with slang. It evolves too rapidly.
So, well, have you ever said anything to anyone?
I've never said anything to anyone. No.
No, 59 across, the themed, the revealer. We go way back. Have you ever said that about anyone?
No, that would mean I'd have friends.
Oh, we go way back.
Yes. Nope. That has not ever crossed my lips.
I don't think it's crossed mine either. But
We had a little crossover clue. 20 across, Nikon F2 for one, and that was SLR.
right.
That was a camera, the Nikon F2. I still get shivers. And then 40 across, the L of 20 across, and that was lens.
That's correct, yes.
Have you ever had any 63 across, Carne Blanc, Taqueria option?
No.
And the answer was Asada?
Sada, no, I don't believe I have.
Okay.
Unless that, translates to meatloaf or something. But I don't know.
I do not know. I do not know. We had 43 across, big name in farming equipment, deer.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Yes. I'm assuming you got that immediately.
I did. Although I grew up on a farm, and my father was more a IH man, International Harvester. We did have a few John Deere implements, but all the tractors were International Harvester.
I see. Yes, we had no deer. We had no International Harvester. We had no large equipment of any sort. We did have a snowblower that was pretty big.
Yep, we do.
But that was about it. 6 across was words to live by, and I went for oaths before I realized it had to be motto.
Oh, I went for a credo.
Oh, well, that's good.
But yeah, I had to change that pretty quickly.
But overall, it wasn't too difficult to crossword, I would say.
No, it was a perfect Monday.
Yes.
And it was a funny theme.
Yes.
So
I'd
say
done.
it was a success.
Yes, well done, Eric.
Yes.
All right, that is it for today. So thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yes.
We will be back again with our Triplet Tuesday segment tomorrow, as well as our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword. And we will see you then.
Bye-bye.